Hauls are just the adult version of show and tell. Tell me I'm wrong. Ow. You read the title of the video. Now let me explain. This past year, 2020, I've been buying myself more flowers, mostly because of the year, 2020. You know, cheer myself up, some self-care, bring some brightness to the space I've been hibernating in for so long. But with all this flower purchasing, I realized I didn't own any vases. Owning vases feels like a pretty adult thing. Like, I don't know, anytime I ask my mom for a vase, she has like 35 to choose from. So I went online to try to find myself a vase. But they all kind of look the same, or were kind of boring and just lacking character, you know? So then, I accidentally fell into the world of vintage vases, or vintage art pottery, as I've learned. I've literally been acting like a fake version of someone who works for Antiques Roadshow, like looking at vases, trying to assess like the time period, the style, how much it's worth, in typical me fashion. By the way, hi, I'm Jess. I got way too excited, collected way too many, and like I said earlier, as I started researching my vases, I ended up having a few that I bought for $5 that are actually from like the early 1910s or 1920s and are worth like around $100. Yeah, okay, enough of me talking, let's get into the haul. Well, I mean, I'm gonna be talking more during the haul, but you know what I mean. Let's do it. But first, let's get some flowers. We are starting off this haul with my I was born in the wrong era vase. She's my old faithful, ride or die. The mark on the bottom reads Weller, which was founded in Ohio in 1872 by Samuel Weller. In 1905, Weller was the largest pottery producer in the country, but sadly closed in 1948. She may not be in touch with what all the kids are doing these days, but she also doesn't give a fuck, because she's a total classic and will never go out of style, unlike your tie-dye sweatpants and sweatshirt set. I love the mix of Art Nouveau and Art Deco here. The flower and colors are very Art Nouveau, a style that was all about organic flowy lines and floral themes. But the geometric handles and sharp lines are so Art Deco, which is probably my all-time favorite style. I might be the most attached to this one actually, because I always keep it on my desk. And I picked these cute little flowers because it reminded me of the colors on the vase, and it fits this fairy tale enchanted forest vibe I'm getting from it. If the stories I've read about this vase are true, I would die. Like, I would lose my mind. This would probably become my #1. The mark on this reads Bauer Pottery, Los Angeles. The company was originally founded in Kentucky in 1895, but the founder, J.A. Bauer, moved to LA around 1909, and the company operated here until closing in 1962. While researching this one, I found the exact same vase being sold online for $160, which is so sick because I bought this on Craigslist for like $5 from a super kind man in Silver Lake who was selling his friend's old collection. Anyway, I read that this vase style was made specifically for one of the most famous nightclubs of all time, the Coconut Grove. It opened in 1921 at LA's Ambassador Hotel, and literally every celebrity in Hollywood and presidents partied there, and the biggest musicians performed there, all while surrounded by lavish decorations including a tropical waterfall, mechanical monkeys, and fake palm trees. It was a lot, and it sounded like a wild time, but I wish I could have seen it. So since I love the club, Miss Your One Oak, and I love LA history, I'd die if I owned a little piece of it. So even if this story isn't true, I love it too much and I'm sticking to it for now. Don't crush my spirit. Because of the unique cornucopia shape, that's such a weird word by the way, I found that just a few delicate flowers works best. It just looks like it's trying too hard if it's overstuffed. Most of the time I keep it empty. But maybe I'll add some tropical flowers to it, or some bottle surface girl sparklers, you know, in honor of Coconut Grove. I feel like I'll win over the influencers with this one. This is the cutest little Art Deco shell I've ever seen. I really couldn't find much information on it because it's not marked and I bought it on eBay, but I think it's safe to say it's probably from the 1980s when Art Deco revival was very popular. I love how the natural shape of the shell lends itself to such an iconic geometric Art Deco motif. If The Great Gatsby was filmed in the 80s, Daisy would have totally had this sitting on her powder pink, glossy laminate nightstand. And this weird looking creature, it isn't dead. At least I don't think so. But it's an air plant, which I've been experimenting with because I was told they're easier to take care of than a normal plant, yet I've still killed 2 so far. But I love putting this in this vase because it reminds me of seaweed or something. I keep this on the bathroom counter in prime position for the occasional bathroom selfie. She's pink, she's pretty, but I feel like she takes herself a little too seriously and needs to let loose. Like, there's so much potential in there, but she's kind of a bitch because she knows her life looks perfect on the outside, but is boring and unfulfilled on the inside. I love the color, the scallops, and the unique shape. The mark on this reads Abingdon. No, It's Abingdon with a D. And yes, I mispronounced this for the rest of the video. And when I looked up 550, it led me to other postings of this exact vase, which confirm it was made between 1940 and 1950. Abingdon was founded in 1908 and made porcelain plumbing fixtures, but because of the depression in the 1930s, Abingdon expanded into creating decorative pottery. And Abingdon is known for using super strong, industrial strength clay that prevents it from chipping. So this brand should be your friend if you're clumsy. For some reason, bouquets look really awkward in here, probably a me problem, probably not though. So I find that one fluffy hydrangea is perfect. Okay, I love this one. It might be my favorite. Doesn't it look so chic sitting on my Wayfair dining table? I don't know much about this one, but I did purchase this from the same cool Craigslist guy. Shout out to Patrick. Actually, many of these are from him, so you're the real goat. It reads USA on the bottom, but sadly I couldn't find anything on that brand. It's the bad dad joke for me. I found a vase online that looked identical that was being sold for over $100, which is insane, but I would never sell her because she's priceless. I really haven't seen a shape like this. I use this vase the most because even though I'm a master of flower arranging, all flowers look extra good in here no matter what. I'm pointing at this to emphasize I love these elegant lines. I'm going with bright colors today, along with my favorite green poofs, because anyone could do roses, right? But even my weird little avatar bushes look very okay in here. What can I say? She's an effortless cool girl. I feel like this is the only vase in my haul that would be approved by a Gen Zer. She is destined for TikTok stardom, and her merch is coming out next week, so stay tuned. I'm obsessed with this one. Pointing to the swoopy lines so you know I like them, and the fact that this has such a unique shape. There's no mark on the bottom, just some scratches, but it looks like that 1980s Art Deco revival. I bought this on Etsy, and I was drawn to it immediately because it reminded me of wings, and I've always loved the symbolism of wings. I don't put flowers in here because it's way too wide and looks awkward, so she just chills on my nightstand filled with hot Cheetos. Not really, but like also not a bad idea either. I need help with this one. This is so cute and unique, but it has yet to look good with flowers. So instead I've been using it as a double shot glass. Or sometimes I'll put tequila on one side and a lime juice chaser on the other. It's Abingdon, you guys know the drill. Oh, who wants to tell her it's Abingdon? So annoying. It's heavy duty, can withstand a good sake bomb. And I got a matching one in white because I was impulsive. I do love them, and that's all I've got to say because I'm tired of talking. So comment below, tell me which one is your favorite.
Hello there, subscribe to my channel or else.
Also, now I have a serious problem because the more I researched all of these, the more I like them, the more I'm attached to them, and the more I want to buy more. Stay tuned for part 2, maybe. That's the video. Thank you so much for watching and hanging out with me, and I will see you again very, very soon. Bye.